Welcome back. You are in week 8, and I misspoke last week. I was getting ahead of myself. You guys have a whole nother week. So week 9 is the bonus week, and that has 3 different videos on how to travel and maintain anti-inflammatory eating, as well as a bonus section of a whole bunch of different they're typically 8 minutes or less, cooking videos on how to make all kinds of amazing recipes out of my book. So be sure to check them out. Enjoy all those bonuses. They're super fun. This week, though, I couldn't send you off, even though you all have been swapping out those top 6 inflammatory foods. And congratulations, because officially you now have swapped all of them out. I hope you are feeling amazing and vibrant and joyful. And I'm sure at this point in time, you are starting to see the beginning glimpses of the magic that transpires in your life. I always call it magic because not only does our body begin to heal, do we lose unwanted weight? Does our energy improve? Do we sleep better? Or chronic symptoms begin to melt away? But that directly impacts the quality of life that we live, from the relationships that we have, our careers, and how the energy we have for our careers, or the energy we have for our kids, the patience we have for our kids, the way we are able to be present with our family and our loved ones, from our athletic performance, from having the energy and symptoms going away so that we feel confident in going out and socializing with our friends, and maybe even dating, or your relationship and your marriage has improved. Time and time again, I see magic transpiring in so many different ways in that of my clients' lives as they begin and continue to keep the inflammatory foods out of their body. And if you've made it to week 8 and you've swapped out those top 6 inflammatory foods, if you're still drinking your gallon of water every day, right? You guys, I know you're feeling so much better. And that is exactly why it's a very, very important video for you to listen to today. When we feel better can be some of the most dangerous time for us. On one hand, it's so amazing to celebrate your accomplishments. And girl, I am celebrating with you. But I've known this with my clients, and I've recently experienced for myself that when you feel so good, in the last few months to date, I have experienced enormous healing, as in my autoimmune condition disappearing. The one that they tell you, the doctors say is going to be with you your whole life. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone. It's not here. There's some residue and toxins that are still moving out. But my body has experienced a complete up-leveling, a complete healing like I've never had in my life. And with that comes my ability to eat foods without getting knocked down, foods that aren't as good for us, foods that have some gluten or some cow dairy or whatever in it. In the past would knock me down for a week or more at a time. I'd be in bed. And now do very little. It's the subtle, slow smoldering inflammation, the kind you don't feel right away that has to build up. That's what happens to my body when I eat some of those inflammatory foods. But it certainly does build up. And because I'm very connected to my body, I've learned over the years from really surviving and now thriving from that near-death experience and the chronic health conditions I had. I really learned how to tune in and listen to my body. So I can hear my body speak to me, even if it's subtly saying, I don't like that homemade pasta or whatever it may be that I had. This is what happens to all of us, because I feel like we're just used to this diet mentality, right? Our society is used to this diet mentality of like, yes, I did it. I made it through the challenge. I made it through the program. I swapped out the top 6 inflammatory foods. Check, done it. And now it's like, okay, so where's the ice cream, or where's the pizza? Or now I can, maybe it's more subtle. Oh, I'm going to go out and I might just have a glass of wine here or there. But here's what happens, you guys. When you eat those things, it causes inflammation. It it really affects our mental capacity and the ability for it to think clearly. Remember the lesson on the neurotransmitters, right? So we don't think as clearly, and the cravings, the chemical makeup in our body shifts, and the physiological cravings that come out of just having one glass of wine or something inflammatory can be intense. So then we go back to the whole start of where we first started in this program, where the cravings were there, right? All of a sudden we're back to that, and we think, well, I lost all this weight, or I feel so much better, so it's okay for me to have this cupcake or this piece of bread or go out to eat and have these special things here or there. Now, I'm not saying never to eat them, but I'm saying that you really have to be mindful about it and prepared for the cravings, prepared for not feeling grounded, prepared for some of the negative thoughts that can come because the neurotransmitters aren't fully functioning in our brain. And when we are aware of it, when we can see it, when we know that it's happening, when we can say, ooh, I had a glass of wine last night and man, I'm craving things and I'm feeling grouchy. And because I'm feeling grouchy, I want to comfort myself and I just want to eat this cupcake, or I just want to, have another glass of wine or whatever it may be. The trick is to see it happening without reacting to it. And that goes back to the event, thought, emotion, reaction, those 4 steps we talked about earlier in the program. Seeing that, okay, here's an event, I had the glass of wine, or maybe the event is I'm detoxing from the glass of wine, I don't feel very good. My thought, I don't feel very good, and I want to comfort myself, right? That's the emotion, I'm looking to comfort myself. And so the reaction can be, I'm going to go have another glass of wine, or it can be, I'm going to get some clean protein and drink some water and hop back on the clean eating train using the 3 steps to stop cravings in the tracks. Or maybe you're going to go take a bubble bath, or listen to some music, or do a little bit of meditation, journaling, take a walk in nature. Do something to comfort yourself those ways. You have the tools, but we must have this heightened sense of awareness to see what's going on and hop back on the train. Sometimes you may experience in life, maybe your best friend's wedding, and you say, I want to raise a toast of champagne and celebrate her. I want to have a slice of her wedding cake. And it really depends on what your goal is. If you have an autoimmune condition, if you're struggling from Lyme or parasites or, a neurotoxins or a severe autoimmune type condition that really impacts your day-to-day life, you're probably going to think twice, I know I certainly did, about having that glass of champagne or having the cake. Because for me, it was more important to show up to my friends' weddings and those that I love feeling good, right? Having the energy to be present with them rather than eating a piece of cake. But for some people that maybe don't have that same experience, don't have the severe, the compromised immune system, they may say, no, having that piece of cake is important and it doesn't impact me that much. But it's that much, again, that can be really tricky, you guys, because if that cake doesn't impact you that much, then why not have this cookie that doesn't impact you that much, and why not have this wine that doesn't impact you this much? And pretty soon, it's like a gateway drug, right? Coffee can be a gateway drug to eating this way, or having this one glass of wine or this one cookie. All of a sudden, you're back to the racetrack. My goodness, I'm having funny words come out of my mouth. So it's important to really be aware of what's happening, to be kind to yourself, right? We're human. This is just how our body and everything works. But when we can see it, then we know what steps to take, how to shift our mindset, or, okay, I'm going to drink a glass of water because I'm craving this. I'm going to get 15 to 20 grams of protein. I'm going to make some clean treats because I know cravings are really going to hit me for the next 10 to 14 days while my body's pushing the inflammation out from that glass of wine or that cake or champagne. So it's really just being aware and utilizing these tools. Now, here's the other thing. You guys have made it 8 weeks, 2 months. That's really good, right? You've created new habits. You have created new habits. How amazing is that? Your taste buds have changed. How fun is it to notice the things that you craved and liked to eat 2 months ago taste so different now? You have a new habit around drinking water, around your mindset, what self-care looks like. You've probably created new boundaries. And the question is, though, have you created a new lifestyle? So creating new habits is a stepping point to creating a new lifestyle. Because I love all of you so much, and I'm deeply touched and honored to have you here and join me for this 9-week online group coaching program, I've decided I wanted to offer some sort of continued coaching that is super affordable and that provides you the structure, accountability, and accessibility to me over a longer period of time, so that when life hits you, right? When stresses in life become more intense, like my grandparents both just passed away. My son actually broke his leg today, earlier today. He's doing okay, thankfully, but like these things happen, right? And so as life is coming at us, so often we need the support of someone to help us continue to uphold our self-care, to create the lifestyle. Not just the habits, but we want to create a lifestyle that the habits are embedded into. And also to refine any other foods that may be inflaming you beyond the top 6 inflammatory foods, right? So especially if you have a compromised immune system or autoimmune condition, it can be really helpful to have this added coaching to figure some of those pieces out. So what I've done is I have created a 6-month online group coaching program, which means that you get access to all of these courses for the next 6 months. You get access to me for our twice a month group coaching calls. You get access to our continued monthly guest presenters, including all of the guest presenters that we've had in the past if you haven't had time to listen to them, because they are phenomenal, game-changing, amazing knowledge and workshops, so worth your time. And then I'm adding a once a month group coaching call just for the people who are in the continued 6-month program. So that if you have more refined questions, or if we want to get a little bit more into what I call elegant thinking, the mindset piece, some of the life coaching aspects beyond just nailing those top 6 inflammatory foods, then I have created a space for that. So that really gives you 4 coaching calls, 3 with me, 1 with a guest presenter every single month. Continued access to all of the content that I provide here and any other bonuses that I provide. And it is truly a phenomenal program where you got an inflammation expert in your corner day or night. You can ask me questions and I got your back. So if you want to learn more about that, if you're interested, check out the link in the comments if you scroll down at the bottom of the screen, and you can sign up there. Okay, have a beautiful day, and you guys, I love you and I'm proud of you. I wish we could all get together and do a little party in the kitchen, do a little dancing, because I'm celebrating your wins big time. And I hope to see you in the 6-month group coaching program, where we can continue to give you support and really transform your life forever. Have a beautiful day.